I show you my stuff with DM Scotty.
Hey guys, the Craftin' DM here, DM Scotty, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a project that is for an accessory for the table, not necessarily to put in the actual game itself. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to customize a dice tray. So I'm going to start out with this. This here, it's a hexagonal dice tray. It's just made out of wood. What I'm going to do is I'm going to modify it. I'm going to make it look like a creature is emerging from this well, like crawling out of the well. I'm going to do some sculpting to add some 3D elements to it, so it should be really neat. I'll do some painting on and inside of it. So let's go to the table and I'll show you how I started doing that project.
Talking about the dice tray hands, as you can see here, I have sculpted the claws for my project. The monster's going to be emerging from the dice. Look like the monster's emerging from the dice tray. I've sculpted the claws out of Super Sculptly, and it has that distinctive pink color. So I'll bake those up, and then we'll be ready for the next part of the project. You can see here that I have it's a tongue. It's a forked tongue coming out from the dice tray, and it's wrapping around the bottom of the edge. So it's the same material, the Super Sculptly, and I'll bake that up and we'll move on to the next step.
Here's the dice tray I'm going to use for my project. It's a plain wood tray, so it'll be easy to paint and customize. So what I'm going to do is open this up and I'll show you what I got inside. So that's the dice tray itself. So it's just a plain wood dice tray. But I've also base painted my pieces that'll be on here. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you how that's going to assemble. I will attach the tongue like this, and then when I paint inside, I'll have the tongue coming down and it'll look like it's going out there. And then I'll put the hands, or the claws, coming out like this, so it'll look like it's pulling itself out of the dice tray. So that'll be really nice. So I'll paint a face inside, and then I'm going to do like a stone texture on the outside. So that should be really neat. And hey guys, I've taken the bottom of my dice tray off, and the reason I did that was I decided that I'm going to add some foam to this to make it so it's not so loud when you roll into it. And so what I did was I laid this on a piece of black foam that you can get at the craft store, and I traced a pencil through these slots, and then I was able to cut it out. And so here's the piece, and it'll fit right on there. So I'm going to glue this on there, and I've got it well within the range that it doesn't block the slots, so I can put this back on without any kind of problem. And this stuff is pretty easy to paint on, so it shouldn't be a problem as far as the painting goes. So I wanted to show you that before I started the painting. I had changed my mind and decided to add this foam to the project. So go back and paint it up, and then I'll show you how cool this ends up looking. Hey guys, I decided to do one more thing with this. I took my flexible modeling paste and applied it to the edge because I wanted to give it like a stone-like texture. And I think that worked out really well, and then I did some lines to differentiate some of the stone blocks. Now, if you're not familiar with the texture, I use this Liquitex flexible modeling paste, and it works great for kind of applications like this. And there you go. So now we'll paint this up like stone, and then you'll see the creature look like it's emerging out of the dice roller. So I'll be back and show you that. Alright, check out the dice tray. I think it came out really cool. So you can see it looks like the monster's emerging from the pit here, and I'll give you a little closer look there. So there's the monster I just painted on the foam inside, and then I have its tongue. You can see its tongue extends out, and then it comes around the bottom. I add some gloss to that to make it look really slimy, and then we got the claws grabbing out from each side, so it really looks like it's emerging. And then the stone texture on the rest that really gives it that look of some ancient well or pit. And let me put that down there for a sec and chuck some dice in here. Alright, cool. The new dice tray. Also, I did something on the back. I added some foam to the bottom, so that really helps it from sliding around. I just traced it out
and then cut a piece of the foam and put it on the bottom. So that really keeps the piece from sliding around. So you can see it's doesn't want to go. Where if it was wood, it would push quite easily if I tapped it like that. So there we go. Very cool dice tray that you can make, and looking forward to using it in some games.